Just gonna look at you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with your name.
My name is Reese Bowe. I work for the Reveille in the sports department. I'm a junior mass comm major.
Okay, so how did you feel about how LSU did student tickets this year?
I thought it was an interesting idea with how they distribute it with the mandatory COVID test that they made. I thought students were going to get some more tickets, to be honest with you. It didn't seem like they got as many as they should have, but at some point you got to be happy that you get any at all based on the 25% capacity limit that they had in Tiger Stadium.
Did you buy season tickets?
I did not buy season tickets.
Why?
I didn't buy season tickets because one, I'm not even sure that we're going to finish the season, and two, I really didn't want to bank on walking into Tiger Stadium and not knowing where I was going to be able to sit and if I was going to be able to sit with my friends, and I just really didn't want to be in that stadium with a capacity limit. It feels sad not seeing 102,000 in Death Valley every Saturday.
And then with the tailgating and overall fan experience of like the band marching down and no fireworks at games and stuff like that, how did that feel with student life? Like, did student life take that well or no?
I think it's definitely a change. I drove through campus the Friday night before the game, and it was weird. You didn't see any tents set up. You didn't see anybody out barbecuing. You didn't see any RVs in the RV lot. I feel like students really don't necessarily want to be, involved in the game day atmosphere this year just because it is so limited, and it's just not what it used to be.
So you said you worked for the Reveille. How has that changed from sports writing back when there was no COVID-19 to now?
It's a big change because one, you have to come up with more ideas. We don't have as much access that we had to the players and coaches. We don't have as many sporting events to write about, and especially with credentials, we only have one credential this year for football season as opposed to the 4 we had last year. So it's a huge adjustment not to physically be in the stadium and be in the press box and on the field and things like that.
For football season, did you think that they could have done anything better to fix the overall how the TAF and the athletic department engage with fans? Do you think they could have done anything better?
I think there definitely could have been some more communication over the past few months from, the start of COVID and the uncertainty of football season to waiting 2 or 3 weeks before the first game to announce capacity limits. There definitely could have been some more communication to season ticket holders and students from, TAF and the ticket office and things like that. It definitely felt like they didn't come up with a plan until last minute, and a lot of people were left in the dark as a result of that.
And with other sports like basketball and other things like that, do you think that they'll get a chance to play this season or no?
I think basketball will get a chance to play as long as they do it right, like football's been doing so far. In terms of fans, I don't know that you can have any fans in an indoor arena, like the PMAC where it's way smaller as opposed to Tiger Stadium. But yeah, I think and I hope they get a chance to play because I think it would be a really fun season.
And a lot of other sports aren't playing, and across the country, a lot of programs have suffered. Do you think any LSU sports will suffer the consequences of not having the cash cow that is football?
I don't necessarily think it will be an issue this year, but in years to come, sure, depending on what the revenue loss is, absolutely I can see, LSU cutting some sports, especially those Olympic sports that are losing money as opposed to making money.
And then, just a fun question, what is your favorite memory that you had in Tiger Stadium as a kid growing up?
My favorite memory in Tiger Stadium as a kid growing up, probably 2016. My dad and I got tickets on Friday night before the Bama game that year. Going into the fourth quarter, we were still scoreless with them, and they played Collin Baton Rouge, and that place erupted, and then we ended up losing 10-0.
All right. Thank you, Reese.